homework, or video games? We're gonna have to say video games. Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll count down our picks for the most anticipated games of September 2019. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 9. Monster Hunter World Iceborn. Release date September 6th, 2019. Winter is going to be here sooner than we know it, and there isn't a better way to prepare for the cold weather than with the first major Monster Hunter World expansion, Iceborn. Considering that the base game became the best-selling title in the history of Capcom, it was only a matter of time until we got some large-scale DLC. Iceborn expands upon the world with new monsters and quests. It even includes a new storyline that picks up after the events of the main game. Tracking a flock of Legiana, the Research Commission sets out into a freezing, uncharted territory called Hoarfrost Reach. Although Iceborn won't be arriving on Windows until early 2020, Christmas is coming early for PS4 and Xbox One users. Number 8. Greedfall. Release date September 10th, 2019.
You'll enter the island of Tyr Freddy, not to act as an assassin or soldier. First and foremost, you are a diplomat.
No, Greedfall isn't about loot boxes, microtransactions, or the game companies that keep trying to bleed your wallets dry. Coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC, this action RPG from developer Spiders puts a fantasy twist on its 17th century-esque setting.
It is my feeling that you do not understand the consequences of such a decision.
Imagine the American Revolution, but instead of redcoats, you have to battle monsters and other supernatural beings. Upon arriving on a mystical island, you'll have to make a series of choices that'll influence the story's outcome, and the game also encourages solving conflicts through diplomacy when possible. Perhaps most impressive of all is that the game was made with a team of 20 people on a very limited budget. Damn, keep an eye on this one.
Take your time to think about the consequences.
Number 7. EA Sports NHL 20 and FIFA 20. Release dates September 13th and 27th, 2019.
Contextual shots will reward better body positioning, timing, and twitch skill, allowing for more fulfilling and realistic gameplay.
To be honest, most on the MojoPlays team considered ranking NHL 20 above FIFA 20 because of loyalties to the Great White North. However, I also cover football on my own channel, Rabona TV, so since both of these are EA Sports games, we compromised and declared a tie.
At a minimum, fresher than your Listerine. Oh, you missed it, huh? How you missed the vine? Ow!
NHL 20 actually borrows a page from the FIFA franchise, introducing squad battles through the new Hockey Ultimate Team game mode. FIFA 20 also has a few new tricks up its sleeve, with the Volta football mode putting an emphasis on street football. Both games will be available on PS4 and Xbox One, while FIFA players can also go for the goal on Switch and PC.
It's the most responsive and realistic gameplay the NHL franchise has ever seen, making the game feel better, play better, and look better.
Number 6. Code Vein. Release date September 27th, 2019. Bandai Namco published the Dark Souls games, and they're hoping to replicate the same success with Code Vein for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
And when it did, it trapped everyone and everything inside.
While the gameplay was heavily influenced by the Souls series, the artwork is more akin to an anime, hence why people are already nicknaming it Anime Souls. This action RPG had our interest peaked from the second we laid eyes on the exhilarating opening cinematic trailer, which combines two of our favorite anime tropes, post-apocalyptic settings and vampires. The story centers on the Revenants, a group of survivors who need to feast upon blood to maintain what little humanity they have. Although we'd have more confidence if developer From Software was involved, we're still thirsty to sink our teeth into this one.
Eat or be eaten. If those are our only two options, I choose to eat.
Number 5. River City Girls. Release date September 5th, 2019.
Their brains are just broken. Gonna be a lot more broken if they ever touch my Ricky!
From one anime-inspired game to another, River City Girls is probably among the more obscure titles on today's countdown. But developer WayForward has a proven track record for developing top-quality 2D games, however, being best known for the Shantae series. This River City Ransom spin-off promises to be another worthy offering for the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. Flipping the overused damsel in distress trope, the game follows Kyoko and Misako, two hard-hitting schoolgirls who need to save their boyfriends from kidnappers. Nothing can get in the way of our heroines, be it armed thugs, cheerleaders, or guys in 80s attire. If the slick artwork doesn't already have you enticed, then the catchy theme song most certainly will. Seriously, the music is too amazing for its own good. Hit it, Christina! Number 4, The Surge 2. Release date, September 24th, 2019. While not an overwhelming critical success, The Surge was a solid spiritual successor to Lords of the Fallen, another Deck 13 title. The Surge 2 aims to improve upon its predecessor with a new customizable character feature, a wide array of combat moves, and a whole cyberpunk city to explore as opposed to just a factory. Jericho City is sure to inject more variety into the equation with its crumbling skyscrapers, dreary forests, and underground caves, not to mention zip lines to get around on. By slaying your robotic enemies, you can tear off their limbs and modify your exosuit. The key component Deck 13 wanted to incorporate here is freedom, which should have PS4, Xbox One, and PC users playing into the wee hours of the night. Number 3, Gears 5. Release date, September 10th, 2019. We're bound by blood to play this sequel. Although JD Phoenix took center stage in Gears of War 4, Kate Diaz was the game's heart. The Coalition studio head Rod Ferguson even compared Kate to Furiosa in Mad Max Fury Road, which is why the focus is shifting to her in Gears 5.
This isn't about you, it's about me!
Following the previous game's mission to save her mother, Kate sets out to learn more about her family tree, as well as her Locust lineage. Gamescom also revealed returning fan favorites Carmine and Coltrane, not to mention the new co-op inspired escape mode. On top of being a first-party Xbox One title, the game will also see a PC release on Steam. Number 2, Borderlands 3. Release date, September 13th, 2019. So happy together. 7 years and 1 console generation later, we finally get a follow-up to Borderlands 2. The development of Borderlands 3 hasn't been without controversy, however, which is why we're keeping it from taking the top spot. While it's hard to imagine anyone but Troy Baker voicing Reese or David Eddings voicing Claptrap, we're just happy to be back on Pandora. Of course, that's not the only planet we get to visit. Players will traverse the galaxy in order to track down the Children of the Vault, the cult led by Troy and Tyrene Calypso. The Borderlands are yours, as the trailers put it, implying we're in store for the most over-the-top adventure yet. In addition to PS4, Xbox One, and PC, expect a Google Stadia port down the line. If you really want that, I guess. Number 1. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remake. Release date, September 20th, 2019. In 1993, Nintendo fans were able to experience the world of Zelda on the go for the first time. Since then, Link's Awakening remains one of the most influential and acclaimed handheld Zelda games. That being said, we've seen a few technological advances in between the Game Boy and the Switch. This remake, which also borrows aspects from the Link's Awakening DX remaster, gives Koholint Island an overdue makeover with 3D graphics and a widescreen presentation. There's also the brand new Dungeon Generator feature, which could be described as the genesis for a future Zelda Maker game. If Link's Awakening was after your time, or you've been yearning to revisit it through a fresh set of eyes, it's time to awaken the Windfish. Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.